TSR, in fact, is dead. There is no longer a company using the name TSR. And we'll talk a little bit about what happened there.
Sure.
So the elder god of TSR now slumbers. So TSR is now officially dead. There is no company using that name to promote or sell or do anything. So so grab all those travel mugs and keychains you can from the Lake Geneva shop.
Wow. Yeah, because the TSR2 that was doing Top Secret is now something like Solarian Games?
Right. Yeah. So Jason Elliott has officially changed to just show his complete separation and not affiliated at all. Has changed. And I love that logo. That logo is cool. Nice. Yeah. So the Solarian Games is the new name of, and so they'll continue, of course, to do
license Top Secret.
To do the license for Top Secret. And that was also who produced the Gygax magazine before it got the kind of don't do that anymore from the ex-wife, the widow of Gary Gygax. But so now in a very strange move, and I guess it's basically their only choice, they so quickly tarnished that name and basically made it
unusable.
Yeah, unusable, so that it wouldn't generate any money except just hate dollars if they could figure out a way to make people.
You know what? Hate dollars are still dollars. Right. So if that's what you wanted to go for.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So, so they went, so the list of their, so just to kind of catch people up, if you haven't been listening to the drama is, they went on, so Ernie Gygax and a few other business associates secured the lapsed trademark for TSR, set up the company, and pulled in Giant Lands, a Kickstarter that had just finished, as well as naming several established writers, designers, and artists that they were associated with and would be working with that were previous TSR employees or contractors. And then they went on to threaten the OSR community, engage in social media fights, and they've already deleted some of their most aggressive tweets. And they, so
basically shot themselves in the foot in Olympic gold medal timing.
Very fast. Yeah, it is a record. Yeah, we'll definitely, we definitely, it'll be hard to beat. But I
accept it as a challenge. What old game license can I squat on the trademark for and then torpedo?
Right. So Solarian Games has since that has distanced themselves. So Jason Elliott said, I don't license, I don't pay any money to them for that name. I'm not dealing with that at all.
And I think Giant Lands is now something else as well. Like not the name Giant Lands, but I think because Giant Lands still exists.
Yes.
I think it's Wild something.
Oh yeah, right. So
I don't care enough to.
So then they've renamed, and this is a very kind of confusing move. So one of the partners associated in this, so we've heard mostly about Justin Lanassa, but also Stephen Deinhardt. So Stephen Deinhardt had a company that was originally registered in Florida that has now moved to Wisconsin. That is now the
holder
replacement. Yeah, what's holding what would have been TSR, and the name of that company is Wonderfilled.
That's what it was.
Wonderfilled Inc. And the website. So they set up a website right away. I think they just basically rebranded that TSR website. So Giant Lands is still on there. Of course, Star Frontiers is just completely gone. They just took that up because they didn't have any claim to that at all. Right. But the funny thing that people immediately pointed out is they misspelled the company name on the front of the website. It's Wonderfiled. Get two L's in the name there. Yeah, so Giant Lands is still there, so I don't know. But the creator of that didn't say anything about,
maybe they're just staying quiet.
Yeah, right. Like what the actual relationship was.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But that is the end of this saga. So, they claimed kind of persecution by some covert Wizards of the Coast,
and the woke mob.
Oh, the woke mob. Yes. So, immediately they were claiming that the problems that they were having were all kind of a conspiracy. And since then, social media accounts have been deleted, and we have this rebranding. Yeah. So, I don't know what this means, but it's really sad. I mean, that's. It could have been done so much better, or it could have just been, especially if they were going to go for let's preserve this, we are opening a museum, let's make this a name, even though it's not something maybe that's active anymore. People can go and remember, like the origins of what this hobby that everybody is enjoying on the tabletop. This may not be remembered. This happened so quickly that
possibly
in a few decades, people are just like, oh, TSR, yeah. I mean, so it will just be one of those. Oh, didn't something? What was that again? Yeah. So it's still possible that this can be restored, and depending on who is working with that.
Well, kind of like we had talked about last week. Like, it seems like the thing, or one of the things the new TSR or TSR3 could have done, like we said before, is just start producing modules. Start producing TSR branded modules for OSR retro clones, because there are so many of them out there, and they all kind of work vaguely similarly, where you would have had a nice cross. You would have already had your audience built in. Right? And you wouldn't have been competing with another game system for people to say, why do I need to buy this system? It's like, just, nope, here's your content to run in your game. Then after you build that up, after you start bringing back some kind of well-known old school names on there, then put out a TSR branded role-playing game system, and all you had to do was up and do something like that.
Yeah.
And you couldn't.
Right.
So
yeah. And it's definitely like that thought was definitely somewhere in their minds, because they're claiming, connections with designers and artists that would have been really nostalgic, and to see like the continued work of some of these designers would have been great. But yeah, it's just a missed opportunity, a big miss. Yeah. And some wonderful things came out of there. And some of I'll never forget, some of the things that were produced during that time, and the artwork and everything. That's just like it's permanently in my head.
And that's what TSR3 needed to capitalize on.
Yes, it just needed to celebrate that. Yeah. So I guess the moral of this story is you can never go home, right?
Oh, yeah.